Welcome back to my Tsukihime live stream, and today is going to be part 7. Last time we just defeated Nero Chaos, so I guess this is going to start the second part of the Arcueid Route, so should be really fun. So without further ado, let's get started. Once again, remember to follow my anime channel. The link is down in the description. If you guys are watching on my main channel, that's where I'm going to keep these up permanently, as well as give them their full release with a name and whatnot. But yeah, and I also have a bunch of other anime content over there, so if you like this, you'll probably like some stuff over there. I've got some videos planned, but let's start her up. So we are on memory slot 6. Yeah, it's been quite a few days since we played. I took a little bit of a break, I would say, waiting for the weekend, you know. I feel the morning sunlight. I keep my eyes closed as I try to fall asleep again, but the gentle sunlight keeps urging me to open my eyes. Slowly I start to awaken. A quiet atmosphere. The air is comfortably cold, and yet it feels gentle. I guess the weather will be great today. Then I should get up and go to school. That's right, I have to go to school. The past 3 days, my life was in chaos, and it made me forget I was a student. I wake up. I'm lying on my bed, and my glasses are on the bedside. I put on my glasses and look around. The sunlight streams so strongly through the window, I almost expect to hear it pouring up. I almost expect to hear it pouring through. Take a quiet breath. If I fill my lungs with fresh air, it feels like my chest is purified. I hear the clock ticking. Small birds chirp in the woods outside. I stay on my warm bed, aimlessly feeling the relaxed passage of time. Ah, I'm back. Well, there's nothing special about this morning. Right now, I feel like there's something almost holy about it. Thank goodness. It really is good. Not the fact that I'm alive, nor that I was able to do something about the black vampire, but that even though I was in such a world, I was able to return to my normal days and feel happy about this morning. And then, good morning, Shiki-sama. I jump up in my bed. Now that I look, Hisui is standing quietly at the side of my bed. Hisui, please excuse me, Shiki-sama, but since you did not notice, I spoke. Well, I mean, I'm sorry too. Hisui respectfully bows to me. She surprised me. My heart is still pounding rapidly. Huh? But still before 7 o'clock, Hisui. Yes. It is a bit earlier than your usual waking time, Shiki-sama. Well, yes. Then why are you here, Hisui? Came to wake you up. Akiya-sama wants to know how you have been doing these last 2 days, so she wanted me to bring you no matter what. Ah. I forgot. Come to think of it, I skipped school last Saturday and was with Arcuied through all of Sunday. Don't tell me Akiya's angry. I don't know. Please confirm for yourself, Shiki-sama. Isui's voice sounds very cold. Wait a minute. Before that, why am I sleeping in my room? Shiki-sama, you returned around 2 o'clock in the morning. Nisan found you sleeping in the doorway, carried you up to your room. What? My mouth hangs open. That's bad, not contacting anyone for 2 days, returning in the middle of the night and sleeping by the doorway. Is he gonna forget everything that just happened to him? Like, actually? Because that would be kind of crazy. I'm acting like that woman treating me like some sort of cat whose face flashes in my mind. Maybe I do have to be thankful for her carrying me as far as the entrance. possible, I'd be happy if you tried to calm her down as much as possible. I'm not gonna like read everything completely, but yo, Katos, welcome to the chat. Glad you stopped by. Playing Tsukihime, and yes, it's kind of late at night for me, but we're gonna read some of this. The owner of this mansion is Akiha, so does this mean that if Akiha is angry, no one is there to defend me? Well, time to get up. I can't do anything standing in bed. Ow. As soon as I stand, pain shoots through my entire body. Last night's wounds. Oh yeah. If there's anything to be surprised about, it's the fact that I'm still alive. Even though I was wounded and bloody, I still managed to wake up normally. It just isn't natural. Shiki-sama, that's rare. She widens her eyes and looks at me. Is there something wrong? I look down at my body and... But what is this? Pattern of red spots covers my pajamas everywhere. Of course this design wasn't ever here. It's my blood soaking through everywhere. Suri suppresses her words. I'm thankful. Lets me calm down. The reason for the bleeding is clear. But since I can't tell her why, I have to lie to make her not worry. Summon your body. Well, I'm fine, nothing hurts. See, didn't I come back late last night? Truth is, I was in a fight, and that's why I came home late. These wounds are from that fight, and they're just scratches, so don't worry about them. Sue's eyes implored me, saying, please do not tell lies. But, from her standpoint, she probably can't ask me any further. I feel sorry, but I'll have to stick with my lie. So... Could you please not tell Akiha about this? She would get really mad if she heard about me getting in fights. Yes, I understand. Definitely. Akiha-sama will not find out. Hisui nods. Thanks. I have another request. You have any disinfectant? I have lots of scrapes all over your body, so I want to take care of them. He's just gonna put straight up turpentine in his wounds. Okay, buddy. That doesn't sound like a very good idea. What is it? She looks really uncomfortable all of a sudden. In any case, I'm glad she went to get some disinfectant. She brings it here, I can take care of it by myself. It's only slight pain, so anything that hides the blood is good. Thanks for waiting. The one who opens the door and walks in isn't Hisui but Kohaku-san. In her hand she carries a box with a red cross on it. Ah, Kohaku-san. Yes, I heard the situation from Hisui-chan. Shiki-san, you went out and got in a fight? Ah, no, not really. I can't come up with any other explanation. You shouldn't be doing these things. It's okay to be naughty, but you shouldn't be violent. It's just painful for the one doing it and the one receiving it. Painful for the one hitting and the one getting hit, huh? Kaka-san's words hit me pretty heavy. Yeah, that's right. Hitting is only painful. Isn't it? I'm disappointed you have those wounds. No matter what the situation was. I'll be disappointed in if you keep on doing these kinds of things, Shiki-san. Words penetrate sharply into my chest. Deep inside my heart, I want to apologize. Sorry, Kohaku-san. Probably numerous things that make you disappointed in me. Yeah, I am an idiot and I regret it. I won't ever do it again. As long as you understand, then that's fine. I'm going to examine your wounds, so please take off your clothes. Oh no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kaka-san pads over and grabs my shirt. She's telling me to get naked here. Well, wait, what? Don't have to go that far. Just wanted to put a little disinfectant on a few scrapes, that's all. What are you saying? When you say you only have a few scratches, they don't look like that minor. That won't do. The one's on your back. Sing the winds on my back, so son, Kaku-san gasps. How terrible. Do you get in a fight with a Doberman, Shiki-san? Yeah, well, something like that. Geez, now I really can't let you handle it, Shiki-san. Come on, please hurry up and take off your clothes. With your clothing on, I can't take care of you. No, I said I can do it myself. Ain't a big deal, I don't need to be naked. You must be embarrassed, Shiki-san. With a smile, she goes ahead and tries to remove my pajamas anyway. I'm already used to seeing your body, Shiki-san. Please just take off your clothing. Used to? Son. Already changed your clothing once, so I know every detail of your body. Whoa, what? Let's go, we haven't much time. If it takes too long, I have to someone will notice. Can't argue with that. Because it can't be helped. Then I will only examine your upper body. This way there isn't anything to be embarrassed about, right? So what is this game though? This game, I guess you could explain it where it's like the main character has like special powers kind of, but he like suppresses them and like he doesn't know how to use them fully pretty much, and then he gets the urge basically to kill a vampire that he sees, so he does, but then she like resurrects and like gets him to like fight people for her, pretty much. It's pretty much the plot, but then it's like you'd have to kind of, you can watch like the rest of my playthroughs. Like I would go and watch my prologue playthrough, which was my first video in this series, because that's like, but then if that like hooks you, like you could probably like look up the story or whatnot, or yeah, or end up reading it for yourself. I'd be happy to show you where I got this game from, basically. But it's pretty good. It's a Nasu verse work. It's a Nasu work. Kaneko Nasu is the writer. He's basically the same writer behind like Fate Stay Night, and Fate Grand Order and whatnot. So if you know them, there's some tie-ins and whatnot with this as well. But this is like this is a very old game. It came out in like the year 2000, so it's a bit outdated. That's the best I can explain it, I guess, without like giving away too much of anything. I sit down on my bed and take off my shirt, but things might get a little bit crazy. But I don't know when it's gonna happen or how crazy things will get. Let's see. Kohaka-san expertly tends to my wounds. She carefully tends the wounds on my arms, shoulders, and back. Disinfectant sinks into the wounds. I sink in, but compared to my occasional dizziness or the pain from my old scar, it's nothing. While applying the disinfectant, wow, you really are a boy. Ha ha ha, Kohaka-san says happily, so it probably helped me to put up with all the pain. Now we have to stick on this compress patch. It may rub off, so let's bandage it. She puts a compress over my bruised chest and wraps the bandage around it. All finished. Are you sure you don't want me to do your legs? Yeah, I can do the rest. Thanks, Kohaka-san. I know you're busy and all. No, please do not worry about it. And I'll be going back to the kitchen. When you are finished, please come to the dining room, okay? Walks to the door. Ah, Kohaka-san. Like you said, fighting is just stupid. It's just a big bother and nothing good ever comes from it. Kohaka-san looks at me in amazement and then suddenly starts to laugh happily. I understand. I will let it go this time, okay? She happily says that and exits the room quietly. Alright, I'm here. Now only a door separates me from the sitting room where Akio waits. No matter what circumstance was, there's no excuse for skipping school and not coming home for 2 days. Now, let's see. Now we've got a choice. Can explain the circumstance, or at least apologize. So I'll somehow lie about it. Can't explain the circumstance. I don't know. I feel like if I should tell the truth, this will go down like a more direct path to where I would like the story to go. And this is what, I don't know. I'm gonna click this. I'll try telling the truth. I don't want to lie to Akiha, and if I explain everything sincerely, Akiha may understand. All the possibility that is like winning the lottery. Alright, let's go. Taking a deep breath, I open the sitting room door. In the sitting room, Akiha is on the sofa and Hisui is standing by the wall. Good morning, Nissan. Her gaze is telling me, am I angry? So it's like TWD games. You have choices and it changes the story. Cool. Yeah, it's a visual novel. So there's like different choices you can make pretty much. And there's like different routes for different characters. So it's like there's a route for all the main feminine characters pretty much. There's pretty much a route for all the girls in the story. So it's like, yeah, there's like 5 routes in this one. So there's like 2 that are like kind of the prelude storylines, and then there's like 3 more that are like the kind of conclusionary storylines, I would say, or like each different route basically presents different aspects to the whole entire story as a whole, and then it ties together. So it's like in one route, if like a villain dies in a certain way, it might not happen in the second route or something like that, or that villain might not even be as much of an issue. So basically like different events can happen, but it all originates at the same spot pretty much, but it then diverges into complete stories in themselves, but also as a full big story, all tied in together. So we're definitely going to be here a long time, because I'm only on the first route pretty much right now, and I'm going to play through 3 of the routes, because like there's a remake of this game that came out. I'm just waiting for it to get translated, and then I'm gonna play through like those routes on there also, so it should be pretty cool. But yeah, it is like a choose your own adventure kind of thing in a way. Good morning, Nissan. Her gaze is telling me I'm angry. Yo, morning, Akiha. A defiant person is strong. I give a cheerful greeting to Akiha's bullying gaze. She might be confused with my cheerfulness as she just stares at me. Nissan, let's dispense with the greetings. Please sit here, I wish to speak with you. Sure. Let's keep it short though. Solemnly and calmly sit on the sofa across from Akiha. Well then, Nissan. This is very abrupt, but may I ask you about the past 2 days? I knew it. Since I left the house for 2 days, there's no excuse. Time to honestly tell her all about Arcuied the past 2 days. About that, yeah. Yes, what is it, Nissan? These past 2 days I was hunting a vampire. You know about the recent killings, right? The work of a vampire, so up the good vampire I met recently, and I fought the bad vampire. Like that I explained consciously. What? Akita is taken completely by surprise. Well, I guess it's a natural reaction. In her head, she's probably thinking I'm making a fool of her any time in the next instant. You're making a fool out of me, Nissan? Just thought something like that. Huh? She seems upset, but she doesn't say anything. Akiha? Nissan, is this some sort of a bad joke? Akita looks at me quietly like she's seeing directly into my heart. No, well, how should I put this? A joke, right? Well, I know it sounds like one, but no, it has to be a joke, so please do not say such things in the future, even if it's as a joke. She stares at me more uneasy than angry. Since her stare looks so serious, yeah, I can only nod to her. I understand, and I will no longer ask about this, but please refrain from doing anything like this ever again. Your son, you are the eldest son of the Tono family. If you do not understand your position better, it will be very troubling. Hey, that has nothing to do with this. Besides, you're the successor of the Tono family, so it doesn't really matter what I do. If you're so worried about the future of the Tono family, you should go find a husband appropriate for the Tono household. For some reason, Akihito descends into silence. What's wrong? Are you feeling alright, Akihito? It's nothing. If you have enough time to worry about me, please pay more attention to yourself. You have your chronic anemia to worry about, Nissan. Huh. Well, it is true that I frequently collapse from anemia. Anyway, please do not leave the mansion by yourself often. Even without that, the city is dangerous recently. Someone like you meanders about in a daze, just asking to be attacked by a serial killer. Oh, those serial killers? Tsukihime where 9 victims have been found. Their bodies were all drained of bloods, so they called it a modern-day vampire, but that's okay. This instance, they won't ever happen again. It means the vampire isn't around anymore. That killer is caught already. Is that so? Nissan, what do you know about that? I just happened to see it, but for sure, such things will not happen again. Yeah, at least there won't be any more people killed by Novinsker. These past 2 days spent with Arcuied, so many things happen, I really can't say just what is right and what is wrong. But the simple truth remains. I can say it was all for the best. Nissan, what happened? You suddenly seem very happy. Kiddo looks strangely at my face. It's nothing. I just feel that's finally over. Haha, or is it? I heard from someone I only finished the first part of the whole entire thing, didn't I? It's 7:30. Akihito left 20 minutes earlier than me by car. After eating Kawaka-san's delicious breakfast, I decided to head for school. Hisui walks with me to the gate, carrying my bag. Well, I'll be going. Thanks for seeing me off, Hisui. Hisui wordlessly hands me my bag. Shiki-san, around what time will you be returning? You don't trust me either. It's okay. I'll definitely be back in the afternoon. I understand. Then please be careful on your way. Hisui bows deeply. Feeling a bit embarrassed about it, I leave the mansion's gate. At the intersection, there are only the figures of my fellow high school students. A young woman sitting on the guardrail like that one time. Well, of course. Probably won't ever see her again. First of all, her goal was to execute the vampire. When Novinsker gone, there's no reason for her to stay around here any longer. That is true, but it's a little bit in my chest. Things like regret and lingering affection. It is true that she only brought trouble, but even still, it was fun being with her. What? Am I stupid? I just got killed. What part of me would make me feel lingering affection? The wounds from last night still hurt. Remember back to when you almost became Minsker's food. You certainly don't want something like that to ever happen again. School bell rings. Crap, I'll be late. Shaking on my idle thoughts, I run to the school gate. I fly into my classroom. It's still 5 minutes before class, so it's very noisy inside. Whew, I take a breath, head to my seat. With this much time left, I didn't even need to run at all. Yo, Duke of Delinquency. From behind I hear the voice. Never look forward to. Interesting. Wait a second. It was nothing. Nothing at all. From behind I hear the voice I never looked forward to. Huh? Someone's behind me. Just kidding. No one's behind me. Haha. Or are they? Who knows? Maybe someone's always been behind me. Maybe I'm the one behind me. Maybe everything's never mind. I'm not gonna go all whatever they call it today. What's going on, Tono? I never heard you were skipping class. It's a lot of trouble. You have to tell me when you skip school and go play. And Kato says those preposterous words with an unbelievably happy expression. Why should I have to why should I have to tell you when I don't go to school? Isn't it obvious? When you don't show, neither does Senpai, so it's bad unless I think of something ahead of time. Huh, interesting. So CL doesn't show up either. What's bad for this guy? But seriously, what happened? Since middle school you've had anemia but never skipped school. Well, you did that cool trick several times, leaving as soon as you arrived. It's kind of like that. I made it to the intersection and feel bad, so I went back home. Both you and Imizaka seem to be acting like bad students lately. Well, I'm guilty as charged, but is something wrong with Yumizaka-san? Her? She's been absent lately. She was always such an honor student, so I think she might have been stressed out. But I bet she can't call a raise because she has a bad hand. His words are always very unique. The homeroom chime rings out. Well, I'm off. Since you skipped Saturday, make sure you study hard today. Akito leaves. Or Hiko leaves the room quickly. In other words, he's going to skip class today. Bro, imagine skipping class. Couldn't be me. Morning classes end. With the bell announcing lunchtime, half the people in the classroom clear out. Well then what should I do? Akito isn't here, so I should take my time and eat lunch. Oh, Tono-kun, you're by yourself? Yeah, senpai, did you come here to eat? Yes, I thought I would eat with everyone, so I hurried over here, but she stares. Without any warning, she looks at my face intently. I don't know what she's thinking, but suddenly draws close to me. Hey, senpai? She's right next to me, almost embracing distance. Something would be wrong with my heart if I wasn't beating quickly. Senpai doesn't say anything. She only stands right next to me and sniffs. Huh, what's she doing? Senpai then gets away. Senpai? Tono-kun, did something happen? She asks with a serious look. To be blunt, I don't know what's going on. Something, like what? I don't know. I don't know, that's why I'm asking. She looks up at me if she were angry. Nothing, I'm just as always. Do I seem strange today? Huh, I'm not sure either. I just thought so perhaps I was just imagining things. Tilts my head in confusion. Well, shall we get lunch? You are eating in the cafeteria today, right, Tono-kun? If we don't hurry, the seats will be taken. Yeah, you're eating in the cafeteria too, senpai. Yes, I want to eat something good today. She grins and pulls me by the hand and starts walking. In the end, I talked with senpai about the athletic festival in 2 weeks. A culture festival shortly thereafter over lunch. To tell the truth, Senpai saying I want to eat something good and ordering curry leaves more of an impression in my mind than what we talked about. Classes end and school is over. Well, what should I do now? Go to the city and look for her. Space in the classroom. Oh, I'm definitely going to the city and looking for her. For Arcuied. Definitely. That's what I would actually do in real life though, probably. Something like this happened to me, I would legit just like start walking around like the city just aimlessly pretty much. Just like even hoping that it would show up again, you know? Okay, let's see. I go out in the town aimlessly. Why the heck am I walking around here for no reason? Yeah, I know. That's the kind of person I am. It's like I kind of would end up walking around and then being like, oh yeah, there's a possibility, even no matter how slim, of someone showing up like that, you know. It's definitely kind of a sad, I would say, or I don't know. Definitely kind of a thing you do when you feel kind of like melancholy, or I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. We'll just continue on. But this is definitely something I would do. Ah. It's just a mistake. There's no way she'll still be around. And it's not like I have any reason to talk to her. So why did I think it was her? Why am I walking around town pointlessly like this? I have to get back to the mansion. Shake my head as if trying to clear my head of drunkenness and turn away from the non-existent illusion of Arcuied. Head up the road and draw near the mansion. After a little more walking, I see Hisui standing by herself at the front gate. I wonder what Hisui's doing. Tilting my head to the side, I head for the front gate. Hisui realizes I'm here and bows her head. Welcome back, Shiki-sama. Ah, yeah, thanks, Hisui. I can barely reply since I'm bewildered by the respectfulness of it all. Were you waiting for me to come home? Yes, greeting the master is a servant's duty. Saying very matter-of-factly, she doesn't even bat an eyelash. Hisui, I'm truly happy you waited to greet me, but there's really no need to wait outside. I'll come back on my own, so you can just greet me whenever you realize I'm back. Hisui's face clouds slightly. Maybe she was just waiting for me to return like this on Saturday and Sunday. Hisui, I understand. Starting from tomorrow, I'll await your return in the lobby. So gives a quick bow and opens the mansion gate. So turns around as she does so. For some reason, the atmosphere isn't exactly conducive to conversation. So closes the gate after I pass through. She silently walks to the entrance to open the door and leads to the lobby. I get to my room. Akeda isn't back yet from her lessons. Kaka-san is preparing dinner and Hisui is cleaning the mansion. There's nothing to do. It's quite an amount of studying, reviewing, and memorizing a student like me has to do. But I just don't feel like doing anything. Suddenly Arcueid's face flashes in my mind. Whether good or bad, it's probably just a reaction to the crazy 2 days I had. Perhaps spacing out here in my room will be good, giving my mind and heart a break. After eating dinner by myself in the large dining room, Kaka-san soothes my wounds and I go back to my room. Akira didn't make it back in time for dinner. The lesson was apparently going to last a while, so he was going to eat away from home. It's past 10 at night now. It's a bit too early, but since I'm exhausted, I should sleep early tonight. My body is exhausted, but I can't fall into a deep sleep. The wounds all around my body sting and wake up my mind as it tries to sleep. I look at the clock as I lie in bed. It's past 3 o'clock in the morning. Already 5 hours of unsatisfactory rest. Damn it, I can't sleep. Not being able to sleep when I want to, it's like torture. It definitely is. Tick, tick, tick. The sound of the clock secondhand gets on my nerves. Tick, 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 tick. I think I heard something mixed in with that ticking. Sounds like the door opening, but who would be coming in at this hour? No, there's just no mistake. Someone came into my room and is coming near me. Who is it? If someone is coming out this late night, it would be... It might be Suyo-senpai. Haha. It might be Arcuied. Shiki, wake up. Her voice by my ear. Last night the voice I heard until right before I slept. The voice I can't forget. Arcuied? Sit up in bed and look around the unlit room. Good evening. I'm glad you seem well. Arcuied greets me with smiling eyes. Or good evening. Why did you come here? Is it strange for me to be here? Strange, of course it is. Well, maybe not. Come to think of it, the night is her time, so I guess it isn't strange for her to be anywhere. Aren't you the one acting strange, Shiki? I came all the way here to see you, and you're just lying there. Yeah, hold on. I get out of bed and stand up. But my body starts to fall back down on the bed. Huh? Something is strange. Blood wells in the back of my head and the vision blurs. Something is wrong. Goodness, Shiki, get Jaws closer. She stands before me, and her red eyes. Is there any sense in watching part 7 if I didn't watch any other? Not completely. Like, some crazy stuff might happen, but you won't really understand why it's happening, really. Yeah, like, if you want to watch my whole series, like, I would start with the prologue, and if you're interested, yeah, I've got, like, 7 other parts, and I'm gonna keep this going, also. But yeah, you can, like, leave comments and stuff if you have any questions, either. I'd be happy to explain later on. You can't do anything like that, right? Come on, stand up and touch me. I want to feel your fingers on my body. What the? What's going on now? I'm gonna try? Okay. I can hear her voice right by my ear. What's going on with me? She's right in front of me, but I can't stare at her face. Something is wrong. Though I try to look at her face, my eyes won't move. Her well-shaped, soft-looking breast, ooh, is delicately curved, embraceable heaps. Her luscious red lips. It all lets me feel her feminine nature. And as a man, I am transfixed. Hey, I get dizzy. Something is weird. I can hardly breathe. My mind is blank. Feels as if my heart was stopped. I see, you can't move by yourself, huh? I can hear her voice by my ear. Kazaka wraps both arms around me as I sit frozen on the bed. What? Thump. Even though my heart feels like it has stopped, a beating resonates deeply inside my chest. Heart is pounding like it's going to break, Shiki. Wisp pulls up my eardrums. No, in reality, her luscious lips are nibbling on my ear. She's just nibbling on my ear. That's all she's doing. A shockwave runs through me. Arcuied. I try to move my arms to push her away, but I can't even lift a single finger. My body won't move. The instant I realize this, my breathing quickens. I can't understand why my body won't move. The fact that my body won't move in this situation seems so indecent that it takes my reasoning and sets it on fire. Oh, I see. Shiki, you want me. Arcuied giggles. Voice moves from my ear to the side of my neck. The light breathing moves along my throat. The small rasping sound, she licks my neck, as if to taste me. Ooh. Something's going crazy now. My heart is shattering. My pulsing blood and my blank mind. The coolness of Arcueid's hands on my back. Soft pressure of her breast pressing against my chest. her freezing tongue tracing the lines of my throat. All of it destroys what reason I have left. Don't be stupid, why would I be turned on by you? Lie. You're so excited. Your breathing moves from my neck and travels down my chest. My breathing is heavy. I want to get away, but more than that, I want to take her. Yes, golden hair, red eyes, white skin, slender fingers, soft arms. What a lustful body. My mind is screaming that I want to taste her from the top of her head all the way down to her toes. Ooh, this is getting kind of wacky now. What is this? I can still think rationally, but my mind is assaulted by animalistic excitement. I put all of my concentration into lifting my arm, but it doesn't move. My body is reacting to her breathing and I can't move it. I can't believe it. Rather than being bound by something I can't see, it's the fact that her breathing is blinding me. Gets me excited. It practically makes me come. Stop. If you keep doing this, I'll be bad. That's funny, Shiki. Your body doesn't agree with what your lips are saying. You've gotten so stiff down, you better do something about that. Finding my already erect shaved. Stop. You're in pain, right? It's okay, you don't have to hold back. I'll calm it down. You guys can read this from this point on, but if it gets a little bit too crazy, I have to censor it for you guys. Just that charges and I fall back on the bed. Idiot, what are you thinking? I just shout as I lie on my back. It looks down at me without saying anything, and then she quietly removes the last. Ooh. Shiki, look delicious. Ooh. Someone's the bed with her lungs in the light. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, that's a bit much for YouTube. It took my brain a second to realize what was going on, but as soon as that transition, okay. Haha. Oh crap! Wait, that. Oh gosh, that wrong button. I was on that crap. Oh gosh, all I can say is there's some action going on. I'm definitely experiencing Tsukihime at this point. There's one line right here. Sliding along my length. That's very funny. I was always thinking that this part of you looked delicious. What the? Releasing my soul and organ. The word choice here is kind of wacky. Ooh. It's getting even spicier now. The slippery texture of saliva. Ooh. Ooh. It's getting kind of crazy now. And burst forth into a mouth. Oh, I guess this is how she, like, survived not drinking blood, I guess. Okay, they cut away. So the last thing he did was he pushed her down into the bed. So I guess things got even crazier after that, but who knows? Day 6. Day 6. We're here at day 6. Yes. Totally at day 6. Yes. Just a normal YouTube stream. Just a normal, usual YouTube stream. Oh wait, whoosh. Get up forcefully from bed. My breathing is out of control and my mind is still numb with the feel of Arcuied. No. Hold on, Shiki. Try to be calm, it can't hurt. First, this is my room, check. That's good. Second, I'm on my bed, check. Seems that way. And now, it's now morning and I was having Zegs with Arcuied until now. Check, that's good. That's not good! Never, not even slightly, not one bit. So my family fills the air. I managed to catch my breath. Slipping the sheets are drenched in sweat. There's a lingering warmth as if I really was sleeping with Arcuied until just now. But it definitely was a dream. I can't tell if that's something I should be happy or disappointed about. Why did I see such a dream? Does it mean I'm so interested in her that I see her in my dreams? Does it mean I want her so bad? Do those things with her in my dream? Ooh, ooh. As I remember, the sensation on her skin forces itself into my brain. Feel my arms to make sure this is real. Yeah, it's real. Her skin was so fundamentally different from a guy's skin, so soft, so warm. So hot I wanted to go wild. But thinking about it makes my breath go wild. Well, whatever happened, it is true that I felt extremely good. I should feel a bit guilty dreaming about doing the Arcuied, but I recall the dream and just sit there thinking about it. Shiki-sama. I fell around off my bed and was trying to escape. No, in fact I was trying to escape, but it just ended up with me laying on the floor with the sheets. He's sweet. How long have you been there? Since before you awoke, Shiki-sama. She speaks with her usual lack of expression. So lying on the floor tangled in the sheets, unable to stand, I look up at Hisui's face. Before I woke up. That means Hisui saw my face when I was having that dream. Face turns deep red. Just stands there expressionless as usual and makes no attempt to speak. Did I look strange? I don't wish to describe it. But if you insist, Shiki-sama, I can describe it accurately as I can. No, you don't have to do that. I still feel a flash for the fading voice. Son. What is it, Shiki-sama? I'm going to change, so would you mind waiting outside? Or rather, I'm so embarrassed. Just want her to leave. Once I can confirm you are awake, I will leave the room, Shiki-sama. Is she joking? Why does she think I'm covering myself up in these sheets? So please leave. I can get up. I won't go back to sleep. Use the same room as soon as you leave. You're hurt and unable to stand? So it pushes me out of worry. No, that's not it. I'm standing. I mean, I can't stand, so don't worry about it. I crawl, pulling my sheets like a slug. Gain some distance from her. Using the bed as a barrier, I get far enough away. And please excuse me. I will prepare for your breakfast, so please come after you change. She has got to be suspicious. She bows and leaves the room. I was so surprised. The contents of the dream were surprising enough, but knowing Hisui saw me while I was dreaming was troubling. It's all Arcueid's fault for doing something like that. Even now she's being bothersome. Really what? I can't finish. What did I want to say just now? Unable to confirm my own feelings, I decided to change my head to the sitting room. The vague feeling in my chest. After calming down, Sufficiently, I head to the sitting room. As usual, Akia is standing on the sofa, elegantly sipping tea. Morning, Nissan. You're certainly up early this morning. She must be happy I woke up because she greets me with a smile. Yeah, good morning. There were, well, a lot of things going on this morning. As soon as I say that, I suddenly recall the memory of Arcueid's skin. Ooh, this isn't good. I can tell my face is blushing beyond my control. Nissan, a brief clamor. What's wrong? Your face is red. Do you have a fever? Rushing over to me, she looks at me from below, but doing so from this angle alone. Who sighs. You do seem to have a fever. Kaku, come quickly. Nissan doesn't seem to be well. Akira calls out to the dining room. Kaku-san has to be preparing my breakfast in the kitchen. I'm fine, it's just a minor cold, so don't worry. If it is a cold, then I can't let it go by. For you, a trivial illness is a big deal. Strength of your immune system is much lower than most people's. Huda seems to be fed up. Puts her hand on my forehead. Sensation of your cool, delicate hand. This isn't good. This isn't good at all, so I break loose and run out of the lobby. This episode as Shiki-sama, you finished your breakfast already? No, that's not it, but where's my bag? I have your bag here. You're already going to school? Nodding, I snatched the bag from Hisui. I'm going. Don't worry about seeing me off. Nissan, you've been acting strange. What are you doing with a fever like that? I told you it's nothing. Since it's nothing, I'm going to school. I'll have breakfast later, so leave me alone. Leave you alone. Hey, Nissan. The sound of my fleeing footsteps is my only response. Even if it is Akira, she wouldn't chase me this far. Since we're not kids anymore, she won't stop me from going to school. Take a deep breath and I'm finally able to calm down. What am I running away for? Once I calm down, I can think clearly. I didn't do anything wrong, so there's no need for me to run away like that. I don't believe it. I look like a complete idiot. But to go back to the mansion to eat breakfast sounds more dumb. To school then. Letting go out, a sigh. Go down along the residential street. I arrived 30 minutes earlier than usual. Figures of the students around the school gate are sparse. Seems I'm the only one who's arrived at the odd time. Oh, on the school grounds, the athletic clubs are holding their practices. I'm not in any clubs right now, but truthfully, I like to move around a lot. I know that I have some athletic capability, at least enough to be proud of. But I can't join any clubs. My body always has recurring anemia, so I would just be a bother, and my doctor has told me that I should not exercise frequently. Since middle school, I've been asked more than a few times to join a club, but I always have to say it's not my thing and refuse. Every time I refuse, I feel a sense of separation. That might have been a subconscious wall that told me I will never be able to mix in with the people on the other side. Oh, that's enough. This really isn't my thing. I'll stop thinking such thoughts and hurry on to the classroom. Thought I was the first one, but it seems like some of my classmates are already here. Yo, you're too early, Tono. Warning. This class seems to have a lot of people with spare time. Nah, our practice just got over with. Those that come here this early who are in clubs are usually only those with daily duties. I see. It does make sense now that he mentions it. Greetings, those around me, I take a seat. Greeting those around me, I take a seat. It's half an hour before homeroom. It's not a bad idea to just watch my classmates arrive. Classroom starts to get busy around 7:50. I think I saw Senpai in the hallway. She's down at the first year hallway again. What is she doing? Maybe she came to see me? Then go to the hallway and talk to her, and it's probably someone's watching here. I'll surprise her from behind. I'll go in the hallway. Around my classroom like that, maybe she does want to see me for something. I wonder. She normally just walks in without hesitating. I finally realized it's changed for third year to come to a second year's classroom. No, that definitely can't be it. Knowing to myself, I go to the hallway. Senpai. Huh, Tono-kun? Senpai seems rather surprised. I call her. Stands here with her mouth open. What are you doing? Class is about to start, so why are you still hanging around here? Senpai looks at me in amazement and then looks away. What am I doing? It's not any of your business, Tono-kun. No, well, maybe it isn't. No, I was lying. It is a little. Thought she was looking away, but she starts sniffing me. Senpai? Tono-kun, did you sleep well last night? Ooh. He looks directly into my eyes as she asks. Sleep well? It goes without saying, I couldn't get to sleep easily last night, and also, most of the memories resurface. Then a piercing gaze, Senpai looks at me. Senpai, Tono-kun, you pervert. Huh? Look, indicating she wants to say more, Senpai clearly walks away. Oh, does she have, like, mind reading capabilities or something? That could be interesting. Or, like, she can kind of tell what they've been through before. Lunch break, the guy who didn't even show up for a single class arrives. Yo, Tono, let's get some food. He's happy about something being more energetic than usual. Of course, food. You seem to be in a great mood. Did something happen, Arihiko? Yup, I just asked Senpai if she wanted to eat lunch together and she refused. That's odd. Senpai must be referring to Ciel Senpai. This guy seems to get happy when his offer is refused. Hey Arihiko, you have that sort of taste? No, I'm not finished. So I asked Senpai why not, and she said if Tono-kun is there, then I don't want to come. Oh, isn't that great, Tono? That's odd. Why have I been friends with this guy since middle school? Oh man, she really hates you, Tono. Our rival's loss is my gain, so I'll treat you to lunch today. Yo happily slaps my back. I see, Senpai's still mad at me about this morning. I have no idea why she's angry at me, but she definitely is angry. Hey, let's go, Tono. The only seats enough for half the people using the cafeteria. He takes me by the arm and drags me off. Sit next to Arihiko and eat my lunch. My school's cafeteria has a television, and for better or for worse, for our education, they play back the morning news and record this morning. At any rate, the news they're playing back is talking about a drunk customer stabbing to death a convenience store employee. Something that makes me not want to go to a convenience store for a few days at least. What a dangerous world we live in. Discriminating serial killers, drunken people stabbing people. I can't even feel safe playing around at night anymore. The guy seems like he is seriously watching the news. Certainly it is dangerous, but at least those serial killings won't happen anymore, so things should be like usual. Oh really? Did they catch the serial killer? No, they haven't caught him. And Novinska is no longer in this world. So the TV title, The Modern Day Vampire Killing, shouldn't be showing up in the news anymore. There will be no more of those meaningless killings. Or those terrible incidents won't happen anymore. There won't be any more victims, and the streets will be back to normal. No, I think there'll actually be another victim, Tono. What? How can you be sure, Arihiko? Well, look for yourself. The news guys says they found the 10th dead body. Huh? Oh really? It's right behind the movie theater I always go to. Hey wait, I push Arcueid in and look at the TV. It sees without a doubt the news reporting that the 10th victim of serial killings was found last night. It can't be. Novinsky is dead. So why is there another dead body with most of its blood drained? This modern vampire guy. I don't know anything about the person, but if it's like a sexy chick, I maybe wouldn't mind getting my blood sucked. me neither. It's like, his blood sucked. That stupid talk might be right. No way. I don't want to think about it, but even with Novinsky gone, there's still one more vampire left. Shiki. Wait. Class end. The school is over. Actually, it's more like at some point school was over. I'm put up on my bad thoughts. I look up suddenly find myself alone. Feeling as though still happening. I don't know what that means. There's only one who knows the answer. Is probably Arcueid. I don't know. I'm not involved in any of those incidents anymore. Once I settled things with Novinsky, I came back to this ordinary world. Then I can only be insane to want to go back to that abnormal world once again. I shouldn't be involved. I understand even if I don't say it. It's probably my second most correct choice. But a long time ago someone taught me the most correct choice. Listen, Shiki, every person's life is filled with pitfalls. You have more power to do something about it than most people, so you've got to get it together. So I just can't pretend I didn't see it. I'm gonna drink real quick. This incident isn't over yet. It seems once I got involved in this incident, I have to see this out to the very end. Yup. I leave school. First, let's go to Arcueid's place. Ah, yes, the apartment. Her room is still the same, but Arcueid isn't there. Well, I didn't think I'd find her this easy, because I'd have to go out in the city and look for her. This might be a bad idea this time. Honestly, I probably would have just waited there. The sun sinks and the city is really starting to get dark. Looked around the major places in the city, but I can't even catch a glimpse of her. Damn it, she was around when it didn't matter, so why can't I find her when I need her? What should I do? The night is just beginning, so search for Arcueid aimlessly, return to the mansion. I'm gonna keep searching. The night has just begun. No, to be more exact, if Arcueid would be walking around, it would most likely be during the night rather than during the day. I guess it would be more efficient to search around town. I don't want to think about it, but most of the victims are usually found in alleys. What do I find Arcueid? I want to find the vampire killer who's continuing to murder, and I have to stick to searching the streets. Damn it, what am I doing? Not understanding my own feelings, I curse and start to run around aimlessly. So I sit down on the guardrail. It's been several hours already. Looked around aimlessly, didn't even catch a single glimpse of Arcueid. Damn it, it's so frustrating. Of course I knew it isn't easy to just randomly find someone in town, but I still feel optimistic I would find her. Where did she go? Why? I just want to ask her about the serial killings, but once I find out I can't see her, I'll stop. I should just stop. I stand up from the guardrail and start walking. It'll be midnight soon. Searching for Arcueid no longer really is just useless. But if I've gone this far, I can do just a little more. There's one last place I need to check. If she's not there, then I'll go back to the mansion. Ooh, it's the one place. The park? The deserted park. Over the place where I cooperated with Arcueid and defeated Novinsky. Having only looked in town, I've yet to search here. Well, not that I'll find anything. I'm going to myself out into the park. Midnight. I was expected there's no one here this late at night. With this much silence, It rather feels refreshing. That's right. It's not like I can conveniently find here. I breathe out and sigh and slump my shoulders. How stupid. Why am I so disappointed? Don't understand it myself. So once more, I think maybe I want to see her smile. Ah, there you are. Good evening, Shiki. Yeah, just like this. Her face, that's so cheerful and carefree, you can't believe. Belongs to Vampire Arcueid? Not even thinking, I grab both of her shoulders. Arcueid flinches in surprise. Her shoulders are indeed real, and I quickly pull my arms back. Even though the one I've been searching for so long is right before me, I can't do anything but stumble over my words. Why? That's odd. I was looking for you, so I don't think it's coincidence we met here. You were looking for me? Why? Why? Oh, no reason. She says straight out. She has no reason for looking for me. I forgot. She really is kind of a cat, like a cat in this way. Well, I guess it works out. To be honest, I wanted to see you too. So meeting here, I was about to say it makes me really happy, but I frantically choked his words off. Anyway, I wanted to have a serious talk. I want to talk about it somewhere else, since I feel uneasy here, so is that okay? Sure, but talk about what? You'll see. Let's go more to the back of the park. Tell her to come on, I start walking. Tilting her head in curiosity, she follows me obediently. What did you want to talk about, Shiki? About vampires? You said it before. That the recent serial killings were the work of a vampire. Arcueid nods. Then do you know the morning news said that another victim was found? She was killed last night and drained of blood. Arcueid's eyes narrow. Something like a freezing tension races down my spine. Oh, and you... I swallow hard. She stares right at me. That's a stare which says she'll attack me immediately if I'm moving in the slightest bit. Isn't it strange, Arcueid? Novinsker is dead, so why are these incidents still happening? Don't tell me that you... That's not it at all. That's not me, but another vampire. Arcueid responds immediately, losing the tension. I'm not satisfied. What do you mean? The work of another vampire? So they just keep coming? Of course not. The serial killings were always the work of just one vampire from the very beginning. So no new vampires will come, and Novinsker was unrelated to those incidents. Huh? Novinsker was unrelated? Interesting. What do you mean? Just like I said, you're normally pretty sharp, but you're lost at some points. Think back, Shiki. Novinsker was a vampire, but did he ever suck human blood? No, he didn't actually. I was kind of wondering that myself. Suck blood. He ate humans. Completely. Why didn't I notice such a simple mistake? The victims of the serial killings were found with their bodies drained of blood. But Novinsker was different. Didn't even leave any dead bodies behind. He only drank the blood, but also ate the meat, leaving no trace. To prove it, the people eaten by him in the hotel were treated as missing people, not killed people. So that means it's something completely different. Wait, then what is the serial killings going on right now? Just who is doing it? It's a different vampire than Novinsker. To be more specific, that vampire is why I came here, and Novinsker came here following me. It's that sort of correlation. So the one you're after wasn't Novinsker after all. Yes, I didn't ever say he was my initial target. I was his target, but he was never my target. My target is the one called the serial killer in the city. Shiki. I don't quite believe it, but don't tell me you made such a simple mistake. What? I gasped in shock, but it really is just as she said. She said her purpose was to kill vampires, so I just thought it was Novinsker she was after. So that is it. Killing Novinsker that night was pointless? Wasn't pointless. You fought in my place. Well, if you didn't kill me, you probably wouldn't have had to do so. Had to in the first place. I feel a little dizzy. In other words, this vampire killing's nothing at all to do with Novinsky, and it was the work of another vampire. Yeah, that's right, but that's my problem, so you don't have to worry about it. But more than that, hey. Extremely happily smile, Arcueid looks up at me as she's still standing there in surprise. How was last night? Who came? Huh? What does she mean by last night? Don't understand what she's talking about. After all, I'm the idiot who mistook Arcueid's words and made such a stupid mistake, so of course I don't understand what she is saying. And huh? Did Arcueid ask me who came last night? Arcueid, what do you mean by last night? Huh? That's strange. I know I sent you a dream familiar. Oh gosh, a dream familiar? Wait, what's that dream familiar thing? That's like a familiar that lets you see a dream about what you desire the most. You're a male, so I sent you a succubus. Of course. Of course, of course. Wasn't it a good dream? Right, a good dream. That was... Oh gosh, okay. It was yellow. It's fine. I remember the realistic dream I had and my face turns red. That was your doing? Good grins even more. Crap. If I stayed quiet, this conversation would have been over, but since I reacted so strangely... So you did get it. So who came? I know, it was your sister, right? No, not Akio. What kind of guy do you think I am? I'm not that crazy to do that. If it wasn't your sister, then was it the maids in the mansion? It looks up at me full of amazement. She's acting like Arcueid from last night's dream. Doesn't concern you, so leave me alone. I look away from here and refuse. Tono Shiki is just such a tsundere, like actually. Arcueid keeps saying, come on, over and over. Come on, tell me. You can at least tell me who you dreamed about. She asks like a curious kid. Every time I turn away, she keeps jumping in front of me saying, come on. This is pure torture. Just mischievous as last night's dream. I bury my face in my hands. Hey Shiki, don't be quiet and tell me. I keep looking at those unturned eyes. I can't, God. This is my limit. I hesitantly let it out in a quiet voice. Eh? What about me? Don't make me say it again. I'm saying that it was you, okay? I shout angrily as I look away. Arcueid's eyes widen in surprise. Me? Yeah, it's not a joke. You came in. There's no way I can... Arcueid looks away from me, looking very uncomfortable. Neither of us know what to say. Uncomfortable silence continues. That's a long, uncomfortable silence. I can't bear the silence any longer and force out that cough. In the first place, why did you send me that dream familiar thing? You're still angry at me for killing you? That's not it at all. I sent it as a thanks for defeating Novinsky. Really, I'm grateful to you. I thought you'd be extremely happy. As thanks, I'll pass on that kind of thanks. Having that kind of poor taste is what our vampire is thinking. I slump my shoulders. I don't know what she's mad about, but she looks at me with a dissatisfied expression. What's that all about, you meanie? I know I'm not human. She turns away, then starts walking off. Hey, hold on. Where are you going? It has nothing to do with you. Don't follow me. Is she really that angry? Arcueid walks away without even turning around. Where does she plan on going anyway? Maybe I did say too much. No matter what the results were on the methods used, she really thanked me with good intentions. start to feel intense regret and think that maybe I should have just accepted her gift happily. Damn it, why? So that I can't leave Arcueid alone. Hey, wait, I said wait. Surrounded by the night, Arcueid walks down the street. Looks straight ahead, white figure with golden hair fluttering. There's a horrible resemblance to the first time I saw her. No, or perhaps it's like the time she faced off with Novinsky. For some reason I have a really bad feeling about this. Hey Arcueid. Continues to walk without turning around. I want to talk to you. You can at least tell me what you're going to do. Of course, Arcueid just continues walking without turning around. It'd be miserable if I left it like this. I said to follow her silently for now. Footsteps echo through the night air. And then Arcueid suddenly stops and turns around. Don't follow me. Don't you understand it's troubling for a normal person like you to follow me around? So tell me what you're doing. So tell me what you're going to do and I'll go back. Doesn't concern you, so leave me alone. It strides off once more. Crap, it seems like our wordless wandering is going to continue. When we approach the main street, Arcueid freezes. Found it. Huh? Her voice is cold, like a totally different person's. Ah, chill runs down my spine. From behind I can still feel the hostility manifesting itself in her. Arcueid, what are you? I can't even finish. So that she intends to do without saying anything. Without a doubt there's nothing but a pure, unaltered intent to kill. Hey, what are you thinking? Arcueid doesn't answer. Her eyes are fixed solely on a man in the business suit walking by. Shiki, take off your glasses and look at that person. Person, you mean to say that businessman? Hurry. If you want to know what I'm doing, then leave the questions for later. Alright. I don't like to look well in town, but I take off my glasses. God. Suddenly the light headache springs forth. In exchange for the pain, I can see lines running all along the walls and the ground. Another question, Shiki. You only see points on living things, right? Huh. Yeah, that seems to be true. Things like buildings only have lines. I saw them back during the time in that hotel, but because of a headache that almost causes me to pass out. Right, since you're a living being, you can't comprehend the death of inanimate objects. So in order to see the death of inanimate objects, you must first connect to the circuit, same orientation as them. To see, you have to comprehend them first. And then another question, Shiki. How does that person look to you? Oh. Is he like a dead he's probably a dead apostle, I would say. It'll just be the same as without thinking a step backwards. What is that? Certainly all humans have lines on them, but they only have countable amounts and they look like geometric patterns. But what is that? There are lines running all through him. Those lines are all over him, like blood vessels, so much that I can't even make out his appearance. I want to puke. Those backline scribbles making a human shape. Everywhere through it, I can see the black points that look like they're flowing blood. Shiki, how does it look? I was hoping it would look normal to you. I can't answer. Right now, it takes all my strength not to vomit. I see. How unfortunate that you can't even see death on that thing. Yeah, that's not normal, but I can still see the lines. Ooh, I knew it. You can even kill the dead. The fact that they don't have any life has no meaning for you. Something that moves, something that breaks, you can stop it completely without exception. You're more of a monster, Shiki. As you saw, you can't call that thing human anymore. It's a vampire that deceives death by sucking the blood of other people. Her quickens her steps. She walks straight towards the man. Hey Arcueid, stay here, Shiki. Did that young man realize Arcueid was there? He starts running towards the back alley. Arcueid strides silently. Underneath the moonlight, she disappears into that alley. Thump. The sound of my heartbeat is awfully close. It's not real late at night. Even though I'm in the midst of a bustling shopping district, I can't sense anyone besides myself. Thump. My glasses. I have to put on my glasses. If I don't do that, I'll see terrible things. I'll see something so terrible that everything I've seen so far would be nothing compared to it. But my body won't move. My eyes, they can see in this patchwork world, look towards the alley in fascination. Suddenly sound vanish. Presence of other people, sounds of the wind, and the smell of the dirt. All of it freezes. Like the frozen moon, a bizarre noise sounds from the other side of the wall. Go. No more way I can see it. I can't hear anything. Sickening sound. But I can see it. My eyes definitely see the sound of death and death crashing. My vision turns crimson. Why do my eyes see death? Something that shouldn't be able to be seen. My glasses. I have to put on my glasses or I'll go insane. Hold back the rising gurge in my throat and use my shaking hand to put on my glasses. Sound and light return. Now that I'm calm, I glance around to see nothing out of the ordinary in the shopping district. Just a matter of people passing by. Sound of rushing car engines. I can hardly breathe. Even though I put my glasses back on, I can still feel a lingering remnant of that death, and it makes me sick. Arcueid walks out from the alley and makes steps, breathing even harder than I am. Shiki, I see you were still here. Shoulders heavily heaving up and down, she passes by me. Her body sways back and forth and she walks weakly as if she was sick. To be honest, I still feel nauseous. Seeing Arcueid in pain like that makes me bear it. Wait, what in the world? I'm fine, just a little tired, so don't worry. It really doesn't concern you, Shiki. If you're tired, then rest. With such a pale face, you can't be fine. And as I breathe shallowly for air, I grab Arcueid's arm. Hey now, you say that, but you look like you'll collapse too. Just my anemia. If you have time to worry about me, worry about your health. It's fine. There's no point in worrying about it anyway. Her breathing is really weak. Don't tell me that wound from that time. It hasn't healed, but I can't bring myself to finish. It's because she got is by saving me. She doesn't answer and looks down. It's affirmation rather than disagreement. What are you doing in your condition? You have to take it easy until you're fully healed. I do think I'm taking it easy. No, you're not. Even if you are at a level beyond humans, what in the world were you doing earlier in your condition? I just can't leave her be. I knew it. I just can't leave this person who is always getting into trouble alone. Don't be silent and answer me. Till you tell me, I won't go away. Grasp both of her shoulders, so looking down she gives a slight nod. Geez, you really are persistent. Fine, let's go somewhere else to talk. Releasing herself, she waveringly starts to walk away. We come to the park. As if walking restored her strength, her face looks as cheerful as always. Well, as you wish, Shiki, I'll talk about whatever you want. I don't know where her previous weakness went, but she looks really haughty all of a sudden. And I'll ask, but just what was that guy earlier? You said he was a vampire. Was he what you were after? No, he certainly is a part of my target, but putting the dead back into the grave isn't my goal. I only got him because he was a minion of my enemy. If I left him alone, he would kill more people to increase his power. Arcueid, could you explain it so I can understand? Don't even know if that guy was human or not. Oh, I guess I never really did explain to you in detail about vampires. Menser was sort of an aberration amongst the vampire race. so I didn't really need to explain it at that time. What is a normal vampire then? What I mean is that you all think of vampires. Immortal, never aging, sucking human blood, turning that human into a vampire, being destroyed by sunlight, all of that. My enemy is that old type of vampire. So you mean this enemy of yours is the one behind all the recent serial killings? I suppose. The killing of all those people by sucking their blood might be the work of the dead, like the one you saw earlier. Gee, you remember how Novinsker's body was made of all those familiars, right? It's not exactly something you can easily forget. The dead are like that. When humans have their bodies sucked by a vampire, they can also receive some of the vampire's blood. They die, but remain in this world as a servant of the vampire. They're called the dead, and they, like the vampire's familiars. Maybe it's easy to understand if I use the word zombie. It's closer to the voodoo belief that in Haiti, where the white serpent god Dumbledore is invoked to control the dead body. Let's just say the dead body that moves is a zombie, okay? Or I guess dead apostles, maybe? I don't know. Whatever the terminology they use here. Yeah, I can visualize it better that way. I get it. So that man was killed by a vampire who uses him as a zombie. Yes, Arcueid nods happily. I'm still confused though. Why would a vampire do that? Killing people, not letting them die, but controlling them. What bad taste. Right, the vampires do have bad taste, but that's something only the dead apostles do. Those that were always vampires from the very beginning do not do such things. Always vampires from the very beginning. I remember you said there's two types of vampires, those who were vampires originally and those who were humans. When I heard that before, it kind of struck in my head. I thought it was a little odd. So what exactly do you mean by those who weren't originally vampires? Some of them just saying that the dead apostles used to be humans. If they gained immortality through magic or became servants of the true ancestors that sucked their blood. She said that it was bad taste to use killed humans, but that's the least of it. There are other vampires who think up worse games. What's that? You guys kill for fun and use the dead bodies as toys? I won't deny that. For vampires, amusement is the same as breathing. For those who were once human but gain imperfect immortality, their greatest enemy is boredom. They didn't have a reason to become immortals to start with, so once they gained immortality, they lost all kinds of greed. Real was immortality itself, so I guess that's just the way things are. They're bored, so they want to play. Don't be ridiculous. Isn't it enough that they don't age or die? Do they really need anything else? That's what I said, they've got everything they wanted. After that, there is no meaning to existence. As soon as someone realizes that they have no value, that their life is stopped, then their meaning of existence disappears too. Mortality is also another word for death. So they started to wear down and they started to create their own amusement, as if to tell themselves they could have fun as long as they lived. That's their beginning. Copy humans and see themselves in a game as lords of a castle expanding their territory, as you could call it a country of the dead. So the people Arcueid should be one of those, but she certainly doesn't seem like she has that sort of hobby. Well, we'll change the topic, but the dead apostles were originally human. There are a few cases where they become vampires through their own magical research, but the majority of them were humans who had their blood sucked. They are immortal, but they can't last forever. They can only be immortal if they drink the blood of others. When I say their immortality was imperfect, if they can't feed on humans, then their immortality is gone. Wait a minute, isn't that odd? In order to become immortal, they drink the blood of humans, but doesn't that mean new dead apostles will be born every time they do that? That's true, but things get complex from here. people who have their blood sucked die. But at that time, if the dead apostles place a lot of their blood inside the corpse, the body cannot die. Those bodies that were unable to die stay a number of years in the grave, and then the brain decays, and the soul is fixated in the body. They become flesh-eating corpse, a ghoul. Only 1 out of every 100 people have this potential, so not everyone gets to stay. There are those that have natural ability to step up this process and become a vampire immediately. This is so rare it's out of the question. So the dead apostles that became ghouls, the flesh of other corpses, or to sustain their decaying body parts. For restoring their bodies fully, they can become zombies, members of the class of living corpses, the living dead. So these living dead, is that like the dead from before? Not at all. The dead are just puppets. The living dead are much weaker than the dead, but they are numbers of the vampire race within a will of their own. They are on a different level than those manipulated dead. And after many years, once a living dead is able to restore its intelligence, it becomes a vampire. There's probably about only 1 out of every 10,000 who have this ability. I've said it before, but the more potential you have, the higher the success rate to stay. We call the dead apostles the ones that make all these kinds of vampires. That's still odd. If this game goes on, then won't the world be overflowing with vampires eventually? Not necessarily. The dead apostles usually get killed by the new vampires they created. Didn't I say it before? They act like humans. For their own enjoyment, they place their own blood inside the humans they preyed upon. 1 out of tens of thousands of these corpses become vampires and eventually kill their parent vampires, becoming a new dead apostle themselves. Like knights becoming lords through strength of arms and killing the king, they can only survive by playing those sorts of games. Yeah, I don't really understand why, but I guess that stops them from dying of boredom. Whims of existence close to a devil, I suppose. Even if they are immortal, if they can't hold on to their meaning for existence, it's an empty immortality. I could remark how silly it is that as she slumps her shoulders. I see, then that dead you killed earlier, that was something like a soldier of the dead apostles? Not so much a soldier as a puppet. The dead apostles control the dead bodies by skipping the process of becoming a vampire. The dead are completely connected to their parent vampire. In order for them to survive, they attack others and eat their flesh. And more than half of that energy goes to their master. Like a queen bee nourished by the worker bees, the dead apostles can use the dead to increase their power while they sleep. My enemy can't be found easily because he's using a lot of the dead. He only dirties his hands once. After that, he simply controls the dead while he sleeps and expands his territory. Oh, they say many bodies are found in the recent supposed serial killings. Those are actually just failures. To tell you the truth, there are over 100 victims in the city, but only a small amount. The ones discovered are the victims in the news. What? Over 100? There are that many that had their blood sucked? And all those people suck the blood of others to make them into monsters like themselves. Like that wandering lifeless thing earlier. It's ridiculous. 3 days ago. I remember how all those people in the hotel were killed for no reason. It's there, but I didn't see it, so I can visualize and can't really tell what kind of violence it was. It's still the same. I can't fathom the existence of vampires that suck human blood just to increase their own territory. Connection with if someone close to me died like that, how would I react? I don't want to imagine it, but for a brief instant, I imagine Akia being drained of blood and discarded like trash. What makes me mad is that this worst case scenario could happen at any minute in this town. Didn't even have a clue about it before. I knew you would be angry, Shiki. I don't want to talk about it because for the prey, for you guys, this is an inexcusable evil. People like you, the actions of vampires are inexcusable. That's right, that's not just too ridiculous. Even if it's people I don't know about, they have their past and even the dreams they hoped for. Even I don't want to be killed just for the fun of it. That's just too regretful. It's too meaningless. It's all just so regretful, isn't it? That's right. Less people were killed by Novinsky in the midst of fear and chaos. Weren't their last thoughts full of vengeful sadness? That night at the park, the girl who was killed by Novinsky when she passed by the park by sheer coincidence. She didn't even realize when she died. That meaninglessness, the abruptness of its ending. A death no one else even knows about. When it happened, I was broken apart by the complete irrationality of it all. My fear of Novinsky disappeared, and more than anything else, I hated him. I can't accept it, no matter what the reason, I can't accept it. I grit my teeth. Shiki, there is no reason for them, it's just a game. That's why it's ridiculous. Just a game to you all. Novinsky and the other guy. What do you think human life is? Most of such games because they think it's nothing. Even I can't understand how they think, nor do I intend to. But if you ask who is at fault here, it's the weaker one, right? In the end, those that are killed are at fault. It's all the will of nature, and those that are unable to protect themselves are killed. Shiki, if you talk about it that way, your human species is really strong. Ability to make up for their weakness as a species and other things. That makes them the strongest in a way. Probably the only ones that can kill the greatest creature called the world are you humans. But even though they are strong as a species, they are weak as individuals. They can't live without sacrificing the lives of those not in their race, which is the ultimate evil, is it not? Ooh. It's getting kinda deep. It doesn't matter if they have intelligence or not. For you guys, everything is fair game for food, is it not? So the ones doing the killings are always right. If there is a sin, then is you guys not being able to protect yourself under that rule. That's the argument from the strong. Humans aren't as strong like you all. Because we can't protect ourselves fully. That's why we have to live together. To help each other. I don't know what to do if someone like you guys came in and that's true. That is your defense mechanism. Since you can't protect yourself when those kinds of species enter your group, you guys make rules to ensure that they are unable to enter. This is just like you say, Shiki. So usually this town's case doesn't happen. You may not know it, but your human race is really strong. You have erected a defense mechanism against those races which far exceed yours. If it was functionally proper, the city would not have had a vampire these last 8 years. Defense mechanism? Yes. The reason vampires hide the bodies of the victims and stay out of sight isn't because they don't want to be known to humans. To protect their own lives, they conceal their identity and expand their territory. They don't want to be known that vampires exist at all. If they move freely about, the defense mechanism would arrive. Well, they probably haven't arrived, even though that modern day vampire news is going on, because this is an atheist country. Ooh. The church. But you can relax, Shiki. Even if their avowed enemies are not in this country, I'm here right now. Didn't I say earlier my purpose is to execute vampires? I don't know where the heavy atmosphere went, so Arcueid instantly becomes cheerful. Yeah, I remember, but you're a vampire too, right? Why do you side with us humans? I'm not really siding with humans, but I'm doing it because I don't have anything else to do. Doesn't have anything else to do. Still don't understand her. I'm doing what that does bring the dead apostles after me. But you beat Novinska who was pursuing me, didn't you, Shiki? So now I can go back to the original plan and defeat my enemy. You can go back to living your normal life now and you don't have to associate with me anymore. She smiles as if she's happy about something. Oh yeah, that makes me happy, but are you okay by yourself? There's a thought in the back of my head. There's something wrong with me. Feeling guilty about letting face danger all by yourself. There really has to be something wrong with me. Shiki, why are you making that troubled face again? Because I'm troubled. This is something that involves the city I live in. I said you shouldn't worry. 2 or 3 days it'll all be over and there won't be any more victims. Yeah, honestly I don't want to be involved. But saying that line, shouldn't I, the one actually living in the city, say that line instead of Arcuied? Arcuied, can I ask a question? This enemy you speak of, is he strong? Well, he should be many times superior to the dead earlier. I haven't met him this time, but he's been latent for 8 years, so maybe he's a class 5 by now? You're saying he's stronger than the dead before? I bet she was in much pain fighting just him. Isn't she taking him a little lightly? Class 5. I don't get it, but does that mean he's stronger than Novinska? Not a chance. Novinska was special. He was a pure, supreme vampire that would be difficult to defeat even with my full power. Compared to him, this enemy is pretty weak. There's no way it'll be defeated. Without a sigh of relief. Who knows? A few days earlier he wouldn't be a problem, but now I'm just recovering. Possibility that he has more power is actually high. Recovering, are you sick or something, Arcuied? Yeah, I still have the effects from when you killed me, and I don't think I'll be fine for at least a few more days. That's right, the reason Arcuied is weak. It isn't anyone's fault but mine. Arcuied lightly touches her side. Seems the wounds don't heal like usual. I could manage the outside, but I can't seem to heal the inside. That wound as well. The one she received to save me. I'm at a loss for words. It's completely my fault she's in that position, so why doesn't she hold it against me? Why doesn't she just get... I missed that. You stop until you heal up. You should just rest. If you take danger off things, won't be that bad, so that's no good. Thanks to Novinska coming, the enemy knows I'm here. If I rest, that's like telling him I'm weakened. So you're saying that you're going to keep on going like this? Yes. Since I don't know where the enemy's lair is, I have to keep destroying his blood supply. If I cut that off, it'll force him to come out. Arcuied, what if it's tomorrow? Would you be killed instead? I want to tell her to stop, but I have halt mid-sentence. Realta says if the enemy sees that weakness, Arcuied might be killed. More than anything else, I learned from the past 4 days, it isn't someone to stop halfway once she's decided to do something, no matter how much it hurts. If I leave her alone, she probably won't even be able to talk like this anymore. Makes me mad, but she's not even afraid of her own death. Is that so? Why does she smile like that? She doesn't smile like that. If she acted more like a real vampire, I wouldn't have to feel like this. What's wrong, Shiki? Your body is shaking. Do you need to go to the bathroom? Why are you so relaxed? Damn it. I don't want to lose her. I don't know what this feeling is. These past 4 days are not something I can just forget about. So to part here with this possibility that she may die tomorrow with regret would be completely, utterly, unbearably difficult. Give me a break. My others are already broken, but my heart's going to break as well. Arcuied is a vampire, and I don't want to be involved in something like that again. This is the same, definitely. The opponent this time isn't normal. There's really no need for me to be involved. Since Arcuied is saying she'll handle it, I can rely on her. But even knowing all of that, I just can't leave her alone. Damn, what the hell is wrong with me? I kick the ground. I'm angry at myself for not accepting any reasoning or excuses. What's wrong, Shiki? Getting so angry like that all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm just angry at my stupidity. Why I want to say this after all this happened to me. I feel more mad now that I actually say it. Being this stupid, I know if I could see myself in a mirror I'd break it into pieces. Hey, really, what's wrong, Shiki? You're not acting normal. Yeah, I'm not. If I was acting normal, I really wouldn't say this. I spit. I really don't want to admit it, but it's already a done deal because my mouth has already confirmed it for me. Oh, I just can't understand it, Shiki. What is it? You keep saying you're going to say something, but what is it? Stupid, isn't it obvious? Till your body heals, I'll help you. That's what the stupid full toner Shiki wants to say. He looks at me in total surprise. As for me, finally saying it kind of calms me down. Gee, is that for real? I groan. I didn't hear it. Please, can you say it again? I groan. Or how much I regret it, it's done. Instant I formed my feelings into words. I can't lie to myself any longer. Hurry, I want to hear those words again, Arcueid asked softly. Looking off in the distance, I try to sound reluctant. Guess it can't be helped. It's my fault that you are weakened now, and I can't leave the monster roaming these streets all alone together. I can't rely on you taking care of it by yourself, so if you let me, I want to help you. That's what I said. Shiki, Arcueid's eyes are suddenly alright. She grabs my hand, happily shakes it up and down. Well, it may not be that helpful, but it has to be better than nothing. Yeah, if you're helping me, there's nothing to be afraid of. She keeps shaking my hand up and down. How do I say this? She really does seem happy. What do we do now? Do you want to search for more dead like before? Yeah, I think that's all we can do for now. Only the one before was the 12th, so I don't think there's many more. Parent Vampire will have to come out once they're all destroyed, so we have to hunt the remaining ones for now. Is that still okay, she asks. I think it's fine. I'm just with you. If you lead, then I'll follow. Well, shall we start again? No, it's good for tonight. They usually follow a fixture, and the other dead will probably not be out tonight, since they are fewer in number. I don't think he'll let them all come out at once, really, but doesn't that mean this enemy will try to hide the dead from you, Arcueid? Basically, but since the enemy is a vampire, he needs to seal the blood and the energy of others. So even though he knows I'm searching for them, he has to send the dead out to get the minimal blood he needs. Then the minimal dead he sent out was that man from before, huh? Go searching for the night will be useless, I think. Well, I don't mind, but it seems tedious enough. Yeah, hunting vampires is tedious work. You have to find the coffin of this enemy somewhere in the city, so it won't be easy. Okay, let's go. My hand jumps back softly. Arcueid. Let's say goodbye for tonight. We'll meet tomorrow. If I dance like steps, she watches me and gets further away. Tomorrow, wait. Where should we meet? Here's fine. Time, yeah, around 10 o'clock should be fine. The smile, she makes that promise. Good night, Shiki. I'll see you here tomorrow. And waving her hand, Arcueid disappears. And with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Haha, funny segue. But yeah, we're gonna save Memory Slot 7. We played quite a bit tonight, didn't we? Very, very good. I want to check something real quick before we end this episode, because we got to some of the juicy stuff, I would say. We got to some of the sussy stuff. We got to some of the sussy stuff. Okay, it doesn't show it. Oh, it does. Okay. They just put it at the end. That's very funny. But yes. I think that is gonna do it for today. Arcueid Route is going pretty nicely. Arcueid Route definitely going pretty nicely. Display effects instantly. But yeah, it's going very good, and I'll see you guys in part 8.